estamos de vuelta en su programa Preguntas Más, Preguntas Menos a través del 102.5 de su FM. Mi nombre es Juan Manuel Jiménez, muchísimas gracias por seguir acompañándome en su espacio. Pues ya se los había adelantado, tengo el gusto, el honor de encontrarme platicando con el integrante de Korn, ni más ni menos que con Brian Head Welch. Brian, thanks so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having me. What did you just say?
I just did the introduction. Welcome back to the show. We're glad
Welcome back.
Brian, well, very interesting book that you just presented to us. With my eyes wide open, con mis ojos bien abiertos in Spanish, the literal translation. I was watching the trailer of your book, and it was very interesting that you could sum up the book in one word. What was that word?
Restoration. Everything has been restored in my life. That book trailer is 100% accurate, and I'm living it right now. And it's weird because I watched everything, so many things be ripped apart, and I was trying to walk in this faith, and I didn't understand it. But the Lord kept showing me that He only allows things to get torn down in order to rebuild.
Right. So, in that note, why were your eyes closed?
I think more just because, learning the ways of God and how He personally walks with people, and strengthens you through difficult things. And I think my eyes were more closed before I met Him, and just thinking that life was all about money,
right,
fame, rock stardom,
right,
and parties. That's all my life was about. So I think my eyes were closed before.
What is your life about right now?
Well, my faith is the foundation of who I am, but now it's about the fans, the people.
Right.
It's not about me. It's not about what kind of party I can get and what I can buy and how much I could get. And it's about the people, and it's about my daughter, and it's about, intimacy with the divine being that loves us all,
What are the key components in your book that you talk about that strengthen you right now?
Well, facing difficulties strengthens you. So it's, the bad things that come. As I was walking through my life, and I talk about it in my book, it was like bad thing after bad thing kept happening,
Right.
And they seemed like such big problems at first, and when they kept happening, they got smaller and smaller and smaller. So the problems that came actually made me strong to see, oh wait, this isn't going to ruin my life.
Right.
It's going to get better. So now that's where I'm at, and when problems come now, I still freak out, don't get me wrong,
Right.
sometimes. But I just remember, oh wait, it's all going to be okay because, if God is inside of me, then He's much bigger than this little problem.
Right. Brian, when you finished writing the book and you looked at it, maybe you read it once over, what were your thoughts about what you wrote inside the book?
I read that book about 200 times because that's what you have to do when you read a book. When I read it, sometimes I would have tears. I would laugh sometimes, just because I'm a clown, and it comes out in the book, even though, it's just like my first book. It's a roller coaster ride.
Right.
It's like really, it's funny at times, and it's fun, and then it gets really intense. So, just that but as we got closer to the end, and the last 10 times I read it, I was really proud of it. And you know what? I'm really proud of my daughter. Because she allowed me to share that. If she said, no, Dad, don't share anything of mine, of my struggles, well, first of all, I might not have had a good enough book story to do the book, but
right.
She's brave, and she said, yes, share my stuff, but, there was a couple things where she was like, take that out, that's my life, it's a little personal.
Right.
But I honor her, and I'm so proud of her for letting me share, because so many people are going to, there's teenagers that are going through suicidal thoughts and pain and cutting, and it's hard to grow up nowadays. So her sharing her story, allowing me to share it, I'm so proud of her.
Would you say that your daughter was the key element to make you change, to make you become a Christian, a better person?
Yes. Yeah, man. She's like the angel that God sent into my life. It took a while. It took like 5 years from when she came.
Right.
But, I was struggling with the rock star that wanted to be wild. And I still am wild. I'm just wild in a healthy way.
Right.
But yeah, it was like God sent that angel, and so 5 years after she was here on the earth, it's my life changed. So,
Brian, before we were talking about one word that described your book, but what one word would describe you, Brian Welch, right now?
Oh wow, that's good. What's the word? Contentment.
Okay.
I'm just really content with life. It's like I have everything that I need right now, and I'm just kind of, I'm enjoying the moment, and I'm looking forward to the future, but I'm content.
Excellent word. What would you say that 2016 awaits for you? What do you want 2016 to be about? We know that your book is coming out in May here in Mexico. We know you have a new group with Korn. You're going to be touring around Europe. But personally, what do you expect from this year?
Just that, I really feel like it's the year for eyes to be opened, and I'm really thinking about that. I mean, you could think about that in different ways, like wisdom,
right.
Like eyes being open to wisdom, and I think it's for all of us,
right.
All of us in life, that more wisdom to come, and our eyes to be open to choose which path to take in life, and I think it could be for everybody, even Christians, non-Christians, rock and rollers, conservatives. It's just everybody in life, so I'm looking forward to that. And my biggest thing is that all over the Bible there's people that saw God and saw angels and everything, and so I want that to happen one day for me. Yeah. So that's like my thing. I'm like, it's in the Bible, I can have it. Give it to me. Please, So yeah.
Hey Brian, now with your eyes wide open, what do you see?
I see a lot of hope in the world. I see a lot of just a lot of good things to come for our planet, in all these different countries, Even though you look in the media and there's a bunch of stuff going on, we got the loudmouth Trump on TV every day in America, and forgive us for him. But I see a lot of hope because I have my eyes open in a different way. People will see like all the negativity. Yeah, there's negativity, but I see hope, and I see good things to come. And so, it depends on what eyes you're looking through, right?
Right.
If you're looking through your natural eyes, you can see our negativity. If you're looking through the eyes of your heart, you can see a bunch of good stuff coming and hope.
Brian, quoting your second album, is life peachy now?
Life is definitely peachy.
Yes. Definitely peachy.
Yes.
Something else you would like to say to the Mexican fans that are listening right now? I know there's been a lot of controversy now that everyone knows that you're a Christian, like Jesus Christ is in your life. Some people are afraid that the music of Korn will change. Will it change?
Never.
Never.
In fact, Jesus is so real, he's in my life, and I believe he helped us get back to the Korn that we are. And anyway, on this record, all of us in Korn have really focused on what we love to play and what the fans love, and so there's a good mixture of some of the basics of Korn. This album is so very intense, and they're going to hear things that they've been wanting to hear for years, and it's different than the last record, and I'm so proud of it, and it's just I can't wait for everybody to hear it.
So great news for the fans then.
Yes. So especially the fans that have been loyal for years, they're going to say, finally, this is what we want to hear. And you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it in your bones.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for being on the show. Anything else you would like to add?
No, I love coming here, and you know, I just since our first show, I think we played with Lincoln Park. I've always loved coming here, and I hope that we get to come more. And we played Monterey and Querétaro, like that. And there were those shows were some of the, like even Fieldy, our bass player, said that was in Querétaro was like one of the best shows of Korn's career.
Oh, really?
And I said, why don't we tour here? And he said, we are touring here right now. And I said, no, a long tour. And so I don't know, we're really loving it.
Excellent. Well, we hope in the future there will be a tour in many more cities of Mexico. But Brian Head Welch, thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, thank you. On behalf of Korn, we love you, all of you.